वाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्मफल हेतुर्भुर्मा कर्मफलहेतुर्भुर्मा ते सङ्गोत्स्वकर्मणि मा ते सङ्गोत्स्वकर्मणि. Your right is only to perform your duty, but never to claim its fruit. Do not because of the fruit of action, nor let your attachment be for inaction. Yes, so we have started since 2-3 weeks this most important letter, I would say one of the most important verses of this Bhagavad Gita. Yes, so basically it says that your duty is to work and not expect any kind of fruits or not expect anything in return. At the same token, you can't be lazy and not do anything. So keep on doing your duty, perform your duty, and forget. Rest in His good hands. Okay. So, furthermore, Swamiji says, Swami Ram Sukdas ji, in Sadhak Sanjeevani, in his commentary, he says, if a striver becomes the agent, doer of a virtuous action, most important thing he is saying that even without having a desire for its fruit, he is held responsible for the fruit of the action, because by doing so he has accepted his affinity for the mind, intellect, and senses, which are unreal. Actually, we have no affinity with them. They have that affinity with the world. When anybody else performs action for the good of others, we do not accept our affinity for the action of its fruit, and so are not held responsible. We should adopt the same attitude in the case of our own action. In short, if it is good, it's good, fine, right? But the moment we get involved with it, it is going to create the bondage. So basically, do everything, but as a witness. Look, it may not be a proper example, but for our understanding, okay, we are eating with our hands, okay, maybe using spoon or fork or knife, but we are using our hand, okay. If the hand starts saying that, I help the mouth to eat, does it say? Does it say? We take shower, right? Okay. Do we need to say that, I'm taking shower daily? You don't have to. So absolutely no attachment, The hand is helping, is assisting to take food from the plate, and it is an agent to deliver the food from the plate to the mouth. But it doesn't get attached. Okay? Do we need to advertise that I'm taking shower daily, I'm bathing daily? No. But actions are there. To bath or to take shower is an action. The action is there. To eat with the hand, the action is there. But no attachment. The same way here, Swamiji said, we should adopt the same attitude in the case of our own actions. So we have done something for somebody, but first of all, we don't have to advertise. Number one, okay? And secondly, we do not have to expect any return or reward for that. I did it because I wanted to do it. I did it for the good. That's it. It happened. So that we may not be held responsible for the fruit of actions. If the fruit comes, it comes. Not necessary that I have to get involved with that. I have given that example of about Napoleon Bonaparte so many times in our classes, but it's always relevant. Always relevant. Again, it may not be exactly an example with, or it may not exact correspondent with this verse, but what happened? After the victory, Napoleon was in his palace and thousands of people gathered in front of his palace on the street, and he was inside. So he was told by one of his assistant or personal assistant or secretary or you name it, anything. He was told that, Your Highness, please come on top. Let's climb on, go on the terrace. So Napoleon asked why. He said, no, the citizen of our country are here. He said, for what? They are praising you. Praising for what? For your victory. Your Highness, it's for your victory. Napoleon answered, those people, those who are here to praise me, times to come, they are going to put me on guillotine. They are going to kill me. So it doesn't matter. And if Napoleon doesn't win, then who is going to win? Napoleon is born to win. So again, it may not be exactly a good example, but detach. Just do it. without any expectation. Mate sangot swakarmani. Let your attachment not be to inaction, because by leaning towards inaction, you will become lazy and idle. And like the desire for food, it will also mislead you to bondage. The reason is that indolence and prolonged sleep, right? What we call in our South Africa, I was taking it easy. Don't want to use the word for myself lazy, so it's a little different way or better way to put it. I was taking it but easy. So, but that is not also, that is also not good. And Bhagwan has very clear, because that is known as tamasic anand. You may feel good, you may feel happy, but that is tamasic. Sattvic, rajasic, tamasic. This is tamasic anand. And that is very clearly Bhagwan has told in the 18th chapter in 39th verse. Yadagre chanubandhe cha sukham mohanamaatmanah nedralasya pramatham tattam samadahratam. That happiness, Bhagavan has mentioned very clearly, that happiness which covers the nature of the self from beginning to end, and which is derived from sleep, indolence, and negligence, is said to be in the mode of ignorance. So, we should not be idle when it comes to action. Instead, we should, by our action, okay, demonstrate the ideals of the life. Ideal and ideal. So, choice is ours to be idle or set an example being an ideal person to the world. And at the end of the day, which misleads either to the lower birth of insects, birds and beasts, etc., or to infernal region. Again, Bhagavan has told this in 14th chapter's 18th verse. Urdhvam gacchati sattvastha madhye tishtanti rajasaha jaganya gunavruttistha adho gachanti tamasaha. Those situated in the mode of goodness rise upward. Those in the mode of passion stay in the middle. And those in the mode of ignorance go downward. That is the important thing. It means that attachment misleads to bondage and is the cause of birth in good and evil wombs. Again, Bhagavan has mentioned this in the 13th chapter in 21st verse. Karya karana kartrutve hetu prakriti ruchyate purushah sukhadukhanam bhoktrutve hetu turuchyate. In the matter of creation, the material energy is responsible for cause and effect. In the matter of experiencing happiness and desire and distress, the individual soul is declared responsible. So one cannot escape from his karma, from his action. In that particular thing, the individual soul is declared responsible. Very clearly, Bhagavan has mentioned, Purusah Sukha Dukhanam Bhaktrutve Heturuchyate. So, furthermore, you should not be attached to inaction by thinking that it will lead you to progress here and hereafter, because the real essence is beyond action and inaction. See, where Bhagavan Krishna wants to take Arjun, in other way, keeping Arjun in front of Bhagavan, in front of him, Bhagavan wants all us of to develop beyond action and inaction. When we discuss this, when we hear this, or when we read this, okay, very next moment the thought flash in the mind, or maybe series of thoughts. Ahmed, no, it looks okay, it looks very nice, but it's always good in the book, always good when you talk. It's not to put in practice. Yes, it is not easy. Yes, it is but difficult. But at some point we have to start. May not be 24/7. May not be all 30 days or 365 days. At least once a week, 1 hour for in a week, that particular an hour I will be doing something where absolutely there is no attachment, and I'll be doing for the good, because it is good. That's it. And then forget. Of course. And then we can increase the hours. First year only 1 hour per week, in one day only. 1 day in 1 week, and on that 1 day also only 1 hour. And then maybe after a year, maybe 2 hours. If you think it's 1 year too early, after 2 years. But as I told you, at some point, we must start. At some point. There are plenty things what we can do, and where absolutely there is no attachment, and yet with the same spirit we keep on doing for years together, or for rest of the life. Keep on doing that. So this is just the tip I have given to you, right? Okay. In these words, the Bhagavan Krishna means to say that a striver should remain detached from object, man, action, incidents, circumstances, and physical, subtle, causal bodies, etc., without having the least affinity, the least attraction for them. Okay. So now in these words, we need to keep in mind, or need to pay more attention that there are 4 points Bhagwan has described. Okay. If we have to say something about in nutshell for this particular verse, first point what Bhagwan says, your right is to perform your duty or action only. That is your right. Here, your means Arjun. But for us, our right is to perform duty, to perform our duty or action. First point. Second, Bhagavan has told to Arjun, never lay claim to its fruit. We just did it. I did it. You just do it. Never lay claim to its fruit. So point number 2 is never lay claim to its fruit. Point number 3, do not be the cause of the fruit of action. Do not be the cause of the fruit of action. And fourth, let your attachment be not to inaction. Out of these 4 points, if we discuss now, so right, okay. First and fourth, okay. Fourth point, let your attachment be not to inaction, right? Okay, that means we have to perform our duty. No, without any expectation. So, selfless work and selfless love. Now, Bhagwan knows that if there is no incentive, who will initiate the work? And that's why Bhagwan told, let your attachment be not to inaction. If I am not gaining something, why should I do? Why must I do? At least acknowledgement, at least they must tell thanks. At least they must print my name. At least they should send me through email or nowadays WhatsApp. Look, one thing is definitely sure. The person who is doing, he should not expect. That is for the sure, no doubt about it. But the same token, the person who has done for somebody, they should do their duty too. So they must do their duty to acknowledge or to say thank. But the person who has done it, he should not wait that, oh man, it's 1 week, but I haven't heard anything since I have done. No, it's fine. So basically, you do your duty. I do my duty, you do your duty. And then the world carry on. All rivers, I think, in the same chapter, in the second chapter it will come. All the rivers, ultimately where it goes? The river goes to the ocean. It merges. It's fine. But the ocean doesn't keep on looking there, oh man, this river has not come, Amgeni has not come, Clip River has not come. doesn't. It comes good. So, out of these 4 points, the first and the fourth, what is the first? Your right is to perform your duty. Fourth point, let your attachment be not to inaction. Have the same theme as both of these. Lay emphasis on the performance of duty or action. Similarly, the second and third. What is second? Never lay claim to its fruit. And what is third? Do not be the cause of the fruit of action. So, the second and third points have the same theme as in both of these. It is mentioned that you should not desire or be the cause of the fruit of action. If we understand this basic principle, okay, we will be happy. We will feel or experience inner peace. Otherwise, pieces. So we have to choose. Are we here for peace or pieces? Choice is ours. We can choose the path. We can choose the path of peace or choose path of pieces. In that, we have totally independent. We are totally independent for that. We are totally free for that to choose. And if after that, once we have chosen this, and then if we keep on complaining, it's not going to help. So, 4 points. Your right is to perform your duty. Never lay claim to its fruit. Do not be the cause of the fruit of action. Let your attachment be not to an action. These are the 4 points. It means that by leaning towards inaction, you will have affinity to tamasic temperament, which we have seen now. Okay. We don't do anything. Then tamasic, lazy, do nothing. Such as tamasic temperament, such as idleness and laziness. Second, by having attachment for action and its fruit, you will have affinity for rajasic temperament. If you don't do anything, tamasic. If you do and get involved with that, rajasic temperament. But when a striver is free from laziness, idleness, action, fruit of action, etc., he gets the joy born of knowledge and light, and having attachment for it, he has affinity to sattvic temperament. Affinity with these is the cause of birth and death. The cycle of birth and death. Therefore, Bhagavan says, a striver should not have attachment for either of them. Now you understand? It's beyond action and inaction. So, affinity with these is the cause of birth and death. It's a cycle. Therefore, a striver should not have attachment for either of them. Nothing. doing one's duty without having any attachment to them is called the discipline of disinterested action. Disinterested action is, as I told you, selfless work. And the Sanskrit Gujarati Hindi term is Nishkam Karma. Nishkam Karma. Nishkam. Nishkam Karma. Absolutely, there is no expectation, or in other way, no hidden agenda. No hidden agenda. Just we are doing because we want to do it, because it's good. That's why we are doing. That's it. Forget about the gain or profit and loss. No, just do it. Friends, as I told you earlier, some point, if we do it, it will really going to help. It can be an hour a week, a day in month, something that will help. That will help. Vani is the division of action and Vani is the division of fruit. A man's right is in the division of actions. So there are two divisions, action and fruits, okay? A man's right is in the division of action or performance of duty, not in the division of fruit. The reason is that performance of duty is under our control. That we can do. To perform my duty, that is in my control. To attend Geeta class is not under my control. To log in at 7:45, that is in my control. Okay? But the fruit, did I understand everything? that goes to the fruit. Forget. I'm giving you a simple and practical example. Okay? Okay? So, the performance of duty is under my control, while avoiding the result of past action is ordained by destiny, which is known as prarabdha. If we perceive from the viewpoint of karma yoga, whatever material thing, ability and power we have obtained, that is prarabdha, and their proper use, by assuming them not as ours or for us, but by assuming them as others and for them, and rendering service with them to others, is purusharth. Two things, two good words from our scripture has given, prarabdha and purushartha. So, basically, what is going to build our prarabdha, what is translated here is destiny, is the purushartha, is our karma yoga. Keep on doing karma yoga, performing the duty, engage ourselves in the duty, in the action, what we are supposed to do. Get it. And yes, that will decide the prarabdha. The important fact about Karma Yoga is, very nice it has said here, protection of the rights of others. We are just aware to protect our right. Instead, what is written here? The important fact about Karma Yoga is protection of the rights of others by performing one's duty and renouncing the fruit of action. Renouncing one's right. By protecting the right of others, old attachment is wiped out, and by renouncing one's own right, new attachment is not born. Thus, when old attachment is wiped out and new attachment is not born, a man becomes vitaraga, free from attachment. Again, the scripture has given the word free from attachment is vitaraga. V-I-T-A-R-A-G. Vitaraga. First A is silent. Okay, vitaraga. By becoming vitarag, free from attachment, one realizes the self. The reason is in attaining self-realization. Attachment to the unreal things is the only obstacle. I repeat, the reason is in attaining self-realization. Okay, attachment to the unreal things is the only obstacle. Okay, so Bhagavan has indicated what is the obstacle. What is the obstacle? Anyway, we're going to stop here. Okay, this in the one of the Chopai, it has mentioned that Hari Ananta, Hari Katha Ananta. Hari is Bhagwan. Okay, Anant means infinite. So Bhagwan is infinite. In Harikatha, his story or his pastime, also infinite. At some point we have to stop. Okay, at some point we have to stop. So we're going to conclude this today's talk. Okay. In today's discussion or talk, whatever you like, credit goes to all the scripture or the saint or the great man. Whatever I have heard, I have studied, I have listened, absolutely nothing belongs to me. Nothing belongs to me. And as we know that our main reference book is Sadhak Sanjivani by Swami Ram Sukdas Ji. So the credit goes to all those people, all those saintly people. I cannot take the credit. So, as per our tradition, we will conclude with 73rd verse of 18th chapter. One thing is definitely sure. I mean, I wouldn't say if, but that's the only term I can explain you. If at all we want to go towards Bhagavan, towards Krishna, we have to go through Arjuna only. And that's why we are chanting this verse towards the end. Okay. Nashto moha smrutirlabdha त्वत्प्रसादान्मयाच्युत स्थितोऽस्मि गतसन्देहः करिष्ये वचनं तव.